Before we start this boring part, I want to ask you questions. What is your feedback? What are your ideas after this first part, this first lesson?
तपाईलाई कस्तो लागिरहेछ यो पहिले यो कक्षा जुन हामीले सिक्यौं तपाईको प्रतिक्रिया के छ केही कस्तो लागिरहेछ
Maybe you have questions or
तपाईको केही प्रश्नहरु
remarks
जिज्ञासा अथवा केही भनाइहरु छन् भने कस्तो लागिरहेछ हजुरहरुलाई very interesting केही प्रश्नहरु छ
No questions. Oh yeah, there is a.
Can you explain more the difference between B and C on that? Could you explain?
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite an important important part. Maybe I will explain you with the boring slide which will just come. There you will see a few practical elements. But to summarize already, you know, in part B, there we have an outcome, and this is a very practical outcome you can measure in the society. Like number of jobs created, number of companies. This is measurable. In the level C, we are more in the society, and there it is not so good. To measure, it is very difficult. Because there we talk about the impact in the health system as an example. Or in democracy. Do people have rights, and are people able to use democratical rights? You see, these are more the meta level elements, and it's very difficult to measure them. This shows a little bit the difference between this B and C. And now I developed this diagram. In this diagram, again, you find these three elements A, B, and C. By the way, this diagram and also the last one, these are not part of our materials. That's why if you want to make a picture with your phone, please feel free. And you see, here we have the three levels, and of course we need strategies. And all the three levels, they need different strategies. And now we have again these three levels. And here we talk about the key strategies. You know, in the level A, the key strategy is just to survive. Exactly. In the B level, the main key strategy means development. How could we develop infrastructure? How could we develop companies? How could we develop jobs? And in the third level, you see, here we talk about create structures. This is about health, culture, and even religion and politics and so on. Okay. And of course, if you are professionals, for in this case for you, it's already quite simple. Oh, I have
तपाईँ व्यावसायिक ढंगले यसमा लागिराख्नु भएको छ तपाईलाई एकदम सरल लाग्छ यो
first we have to identify in which of the three sectors we want to be active.
पहिलो कुरा तपाईले यो कुरा पत्ता लगाउनु पर्छ कुन चाहिँ क्षेत्रमा हामी एकदम सक्रिय हुन चाहन्छौं विकास गर्न चाहन्छौं
All three are legal. All three are possible, but not everybody should do everything.
अनि सबैले सबै कुरा गर्न सक्दैन तर कुन क्षेत्रमा गर्न सकिन्छ कुन गर्ने भनेर तपाईले पत्ता लगाउनु पर्छ
And then following these key strategies, you develop your own strategy.
अनि तपाईले आफ्नै रणनीति बनाउन सक्नुहुन्छ र यो तरिकामा तपाईले गर्नुभयो भने
So how this strategy could look like in
यो खालको रणनीति कस्तो हुन सक्छ त
in the first one we call it we give fish.
अनि पहिलो रणनीतिमा चाहिँ हामीले माछा दिने
We give fish to eat.
खानको लागि माछा दिने
And if we give fish to eat, we need to be very professional in logistics.
अनि यो माछा दिने कुराहरुमा चाहिँ यो व्यवस्थापन गर्ने कुराहरु चाहिँ एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण
So
हो
fish or clothes, and this has here we talk about tons of material, and here logistics is very important.
अनि अब हामीले माछा दिने खानेकुरा दिने विषयमा कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै धेरै हुन्छ नि सामग्रीहरुको त्यो व्यवस्थापन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ
Electric system would be part of the sea.
अनि विद्युतको कुरा चाहिँ सी लेभलमा पर्न सक्छ
We have picture.
They have taken the picture.
Sorry?
They have taken the pictures from They have already taken pictures.
Okay, you have taken the picture, so I can continue.
Yes, yes.
सबैले खिच्नु भएको छ हैन त्यसो भए जाँदा हुन्छ होला
So, yes, in the A part, we give fish, food, clothes, and so on. We
खानेकुरा
organize
माछा
logistics.
अब यस्तै कुराहरु हुन्छ लत्ता कपडा हैन पहिलो रणनीतिमा
And
यस्तो
here
कुराहरु हामी
we
दिन्छौं
talk about efficiency.
यसमा चाहिँ हामीले कार्य सक्षमताको कुरा गर्छौं
We should be very efficient, cost efficient, if we do this logistics.
अनि यस्तो खालको व्यवस्थापन गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ लागतको हिसाबले पनि एकदमै सक्षम हुनुपर्छ
And then we talk about output. How many tons of fish did we deliver?
अनि त्यसपछि उपलब्धिमा हामीले कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामी कसरी यो मानिसहरुको
How many lives could we save?
कति
Okay.
जीवन चाहिँ बाँच्न सक्छ यसबाट
Okay, so output.
So, let's try again.
Yes, we were talking. Oh, wrong. Yes, we were talking about efficiency and output in this first level. And how do we do it? Very often here we need action plans to help people.
कसरी गर्ने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ पहिलो तहमा हामीले कार्ययोजना बनाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ
Here we do not need a big strategy, a big concept. We just need action plans.
एकदमै ठुलो खालको त्यो विचारहरु यसमा आवश्यक पर्दैन खाली कार्ययोजना मात्रै आवश्यक पर्छ
Okay. And now if you go to the second level, this is our level now.
अनि दोस्रो तहमा जाने हो भने अहिले हाम्रो भएको तह जस्तै
We don't give fish,
अब यो दोस्रो तहमा चाहिँ हामी मानिसहरुलाई माछा दिदैनौं
but we teach fishing.
तर कसरी माछा मार्ने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामी सिकाउँछौं व्यवसाय कसरी गर्ने
How
भनेर
to
हामी
produce,
सिकाउँछौं
you see. And we teach to take our own responsibility.
र अब चाहिँ आफैले जिम्मेवारी लिएर आफै
These
कसरी
are
काम गर्ने भन्ने कुरा हामी सिकाउँछौँ।
activities. And this we measure with outcome.
र यसमा चाहिँ हामीले के
How
उपलब्धि
many
भयो
companies, how
उपलब्धिको
many
आधारमा मापन
employees.
गर्छौँ
And we talk about effectiveness.
र यसमा प्रभावकारिताको बारेमा कुरा गर्छौँ।
Is it effective? How much money we have to invest to produce a certain number of mentors or companies in Nepal?
अब जस्तै उदाहरणको लागि नेपालमा कति मेन्टरहरू उत्पादन गर्नु निम्ति कति लगानी गर्नुपर्छ।
So this is very important for our NGO in Switzerland.
अनि यो चाहिँ हाम्रो
Paying a big part of the project.
संस्थाको लागि चाहिँ एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ।
And all the projects we always want to control.
किनभने सबै परियोजनाहरूमा हामीले त्यही प्रकारले नियन्त्रण गर्छौँ।
And we want to invest in the project with the highest effectiveness.
अनि यस्तो खालको परियोजनामा हामी लगानी गर्न चाहन्छौँ जसले चाहिँ प्रभावकारिता एकदमै धेरै बढाउँछ।
And we stop projects with low effectiveness.
अनि एकदमै कम प्रभावकारी हुने परियोजनाहरूमा चाहिँ काम गर्न छोड्छौँ।
The strategy of every NGO.
अनि सबै संस्थाहरूको यस्तै खालको रणनीति हुन्छ।
And how do we do it?
र यो हामी कसरी गर्छौँ?
We develop.
हामी विकास गर्छौँ।
At A we help, and here we develop.
अनि ए लेभलबाट हामी
What do we
डेभलपमेन्ट
develop?
गर्छौँ।
We develop mindset.
अनि समुदायको विकासमा हामी के कुरा गर्छौँ? मानसिकताको विकासको कुरा गर्छौँ।
We develop competencies,
मान्छेहरूको क्षमताको विकास गर्छौँ।
skills.
उनीहरूको सिपको विकास गर्छौँ।
We develop methods,
प्रणालीको पद्धतिको विधिको विकास गर्छौँ।
the methodology of marketing, the methodologies of
बजारीकरणको
financing, and so on.
वित्तीय व्यवस्थापनको कसरी गर्ने
Methodology of
प्रणालीको
teaching.
सिकाउने कुराहरूको प्रणालीको कुरा गर्छौँ।
We develop learning organizations.
र सिक्ने संस्थाको रूपमा हामी विकास गर्छौँ।
We develop mentoring. What
हामी
we do
मेन्टरिङ
with
गर्छौँ।
you. You are in such a developing process.
गरिराखेको छु, तपाईँ पनि यही प्रक्रियामा हुनुहुन्छ।
And we develop growth.
र हामी वृद्धि हुनलाई विकास हुनलाई सहायता गर्छौँ।
I always teach you, as mentors, you have to think 5 years ahead.
त्यसकारण एउटा मेन्टरको हिसाबले जहिले पनि अबको 5 वर्षमा के हुन्छ भनेर सोच्नुपर्ने
And
हुन्छ।
also your mentees, if they want to be entrepreneurs,
यदि
they have to learn to
तपाईको
think
मेन्टी
5 years
पनि
ahead.
उद्यमी हुन चाहन्छन् भने अबको 5 वर्षमा के हुन सक्छ त्यस अनुसार उनीहरूले सिक्नुपर्ने हुन्छ।
And very often this is not part of the culture.
अनि कतिपय अवस्थामा चाहिँ यो हाम्रो एउटा संस्कृतिको एउटा भागको रूपमा भएको हुँदैन।
In some cultures, you have a problem now.
अनि कति संस्कृतिहरूमा चलनमा चाहिँ यस्तो हुन्छ कि अहिले समस्या भयो भने
The truck is in the mud. The truck is in the mud.
अनि त्यो अघि नै त्यो बिहान हामीले हेर्नु नि
And
त्यो
then
हिलोमा
these
भएको
people are wonderful in solving this problem. You have seen?
अनि उनीहरू चाहिँ त्यो समस्या समाधान गर्ने
Everyone was
एकदम सक्षम
helping.
छन्।
Wonderful.
एकदमै हेल्प गरिराखेका छन्, एकदम राम्रो कुरा।
They solved the problem.
उनीहरूले समस्या समाधान गर्छन्।
But what happened?
तर के हुन्छ फेरि?
The next mud is already coming.
अनि फेरि त्यहाँ अर्को समस्या आइसक्यो।
And they have to solve the same problem again.
अनि फेरि त्यो हिलोको
And
समस्या
they do it.
न
And the next problem is coming.
अनि फेरि अर्को समस्या आउँछ।
And the next problem is coming.
फेरि अर्को
And
समस्या
the
आउँछ।
next-
समस्या आएको आएको।
You know, this is also a topic of culture.
अनि यो पनि एउटा संस्कृतिको एउटा विषयवस्तु हो।
If we think 5 years ahead,
यदि तपाईँले 5 वर्ष पछाडिसम्मको लागि सोच्नुहुन्छ भने
then we see the nice street.
अनि एउटा राम्रो रोडको पनि हामीले हेर्यौँ।
Then we see how we could really change the cause of our problem.
अनि हाम्रो समस्याको कारण के हो त्यसलाई हामीले परिवर्तन गर्न सक्छौँ।
Okay. And now we search for new opportunities.
र अब चाहिँ हामी नयाँ अवसरहरूको खोजी गर्छौँ।
Yes, we need good streets.
हो, हामीलाई एउटा राम्रो खालको रोडको आवश्यक पर्छ।
Okay. Good streets are possible. And there is so much money. And there's so few projects using the money in a good way.
अनि थोरै मात्रै कति यसको लागि धेरै रुपियाँ पैसा चाहिन्छ र त्यो एकदम प्रभावकारी ढङ्गले त्यसलाई प्रयोग
And
गर्नुपर्छ।
this is also part of cultures.
अनि यो पनि एउटा संस्कृतिकै एउटा भाग हो।
Another people, oh, we are poor.
अनि कतिले भन्छ
Oh, we have no money.
हामी गरिब छौँ,
We have no resources.
हामीसँग स्रोत साधन छैन।
And everyone is waiting.
अनि सबैजना मान्छे पर्खेर बसिरहेको छ।
And they don't see there is so much money all over.
अनि वरिपरि भएको प्रशस्त पैसा देख्दैनन्।
And if people would move, they would have access to money.
अनि उनीहरूले सोच्छन् कि पैसा भयो भने मात्रै अगाडि बढ्न सकिन्छ भयो भने।
But this is a biblical principle.
तर यो बाइबली सिद्धान्त हो।
You give to those who have,
अनि
take
तपाईँले
away
दिनुहुन्छ,
from those who don't have.
जोसँग छन् त्यसलाई तपाईँले दिनुहुन्छ, जोसँग छैन भएको पनि खुसी हुन्छ।
Very few people really understand this
थोरै
very
मात्र मान्छेहरूले
wise biblical
एकदमै
principle.
बुद्धिमानी यो बाइबलको सिद्धान्तलाई थोरै मात्र बुझ्छन्।
You give to those who have.
जोसँग छ त्यसलाई तपाईले दिनुहुन्छ।
This is a part of this development.
अनि यो विकासको एउटा भाग पनि यस्तै हो।
If I use what I have,
मसँग
my
जे छ
resources,
त्यसलाई
the
प्रयोग
1.5
गरेर
kilogram, my hand, if I use it,
यदि मैले यसलाई प्रयोग गरेँ भने
then blessing is coming. Also very practical blessing.
अनि यो एउटा व्यवहारिक कुरा पनि हो।
Okay, you see why growth is so important in this part.
अनि वृद्धि हुने कुरा चाहिँ कति महत्त्वपूर्ण।
But it's not normal. Most people they just see the problem they have today.
अनि कति मान्छेले चाहिँ समस्यालाई हेरेर मात्रै बसिरहेको छ।
So you see, here in this level we have to work in this area of developing this.
यो तहमा आइसकेपछि हामीले यस्ता क्षेत्रहरूमा हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ जसमा हामीले वृद्धि गर्नुपर्छ, विकास गर्नुपर्छ।
And then if you go to the last one, the C one,
र तेस्रो लेभल सी लेभलमा जाँदा तहमा
here
चाहिँ
we learn to eat fish together.
अब चाहिँ हामीले माछालाई सँगसँगै बसेर कसरी खाने।
That means yes, we take responsibility for others.
यसको मतलब अब हाम्रो उत्तरदायित्व अरूको निम्ति पनि हाम्रो उत्तरदायित्व छ।
We pass on to others.
जे कुरा हामीसँग छ हामी अरूलाई दिन्छौँ।
We multiply.
र यसलाई हामी गुणात्मक रूपमा वृद्धि गर्छौँ।
I like this wonderful project with the pump, the water pump. Who is? Oh yes, here it is. Sorry, I love this project.
त्यो वाटर पानी तान्ने पम्प जुन उहाँले डिजाइन गर्नु भएको छ मलाई एकदम मन पर्छ।
Okay, they had a big problem.
उहाँको एकदम ठुलो समस्या थियो।
Lack of water in your farm.
अनि उहाँको फार्ममा त्यहाँ चाहिँ पानीको समस्या थियो।
And this was a problem. Actually, it belongs already to the seed part.
वास्तवमा त्यो तेस्रो तहमा पर्छ खालको समस्या छ।
It was not possible just to solve the problem by your own.
तपाईको आफ्नै स्रोत आफैले गर्न सक्ने अवस्था त थिएन।
But you solved the problem. You have water up there,
समाधान गर्नुभयो
and you are a blessing for your neighbors.
र त्यो समस्या समाधान गरिसकेपछि तपाईलाई पनि
Exactly.
पाइयो। अरूको निम्ति पनि आशिषको कारण तपाईँ बन्नु।
Community development.
यसलाई चाहिँ समुदायको विकास।
You have an impact to everybody, all the farmers up there.
अनि त्यहाँ भएका सबै किसानीहरूलाई तपाईले हेल्प गर्न सक्नुभयो त्यो प्रभाव त्यहाँ पर्यो।
So please talk with him about his pump.
र उहाँको पानी
It's a
तान्ने
wonderful
कसरी
project.
गर्नु भएको छ त्यो बारेमा तपाईले सोध्नुहोस् कसरी गर्नु भएको छ।
And it shows me it's possible. It's a very little money, but it's 1.5 kilogram of brain.
यो कुराले के देखाउँछ भने तपाईसँग थोरै स्रोत साधन छ भने पनि 1.5 किलोको दिमागलाई प्रयोग
It's
गर्नु
communication, making contacts,
अनि यस तपाईले संचार गर्नुभयो अरु मान्छे
learning in the internet.
हैन अनि इन्टरनेटबाट तपाईले सिक्नुभयो।
You know, they use a very old technology.
अनि उहाँले चाहिँ एकदम पुरानो पद्धति पुरानो तरिका
Several hundred years old.
सायद 100 वर्ष पुरानो।
For me it was new. I
मेरो
never heard about it.
मैले यस्तो सुनेको थिइनँ।
I heard when I visited you. And I was, wow, that's wonderful.
मैले हेरेपछि मात्र मैले कुरा थाहा पाएँ, अचम्म लाग्यो।
The technology is done already since hundreds of years.
अब 100 वर्ष अगाडि भएको
Most people forgot.
टेक्नोलोजी जुन चाहिँ मान्छेले बिर्सेका थिए तर अहिले पनि काम त्यसले गरिरहेको।
Okay. So this is a project in this level. In this level, yes, we multiply, give access to neighbors, to the whole village.
यसमा हामीले गुणात्मक रूपमा वृद्धिको कुरा आउँछ। हामीले अरूलाई पनि यसमा सहभागी गराउँछ, अरूलाई पनि
And now you see the C part. Here we talk about liberty, independence.
अनि यसमा हामीले आत्मनिर्भरताको कुरा गर्छौँ, स्वतन्त्रताको कुरा गर्छौँ।
Not depending on donations from the West.
अनि अब विदेशी देशहरूसँग भर पर्ने
Be
होइन।
free, developing our own money and our own resources.
यसको लागि हामीले हामीसँगै एउटा साधनलाई प्रयोग गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ विकासको लागि।
Independence is a topic of dignity for the nation.
यो चाहिँ एउटा आत्मसम्मानको कुरा हुन्छ यदि हामी आफै आत्मनिर्भर भयौँ भने।
Here I have to share you a little bit about culture. If I compare culture in Nepal and in Vietnam.
मैले अलिकति यो संस्कृति हाम्रो चलन कस्तो छ त्यो बारेमा बताउनु पर्ने हुन्छ। नेपाल र भियतनामको कल्चरलाई चाहिँ तुलना गर्ने हो भने
I love Nepalese people.
मलाई चाहिँ नेपाली
Otherwise I would not be here for so many years.
अनि यदि मलाई मन नपर्ने भएको यदि धेरै वर्षसम्म म यहाँ हुँदैन थिएँ।
But sometimes I also have problems.
तर कति पटक मसँग पनि समस्याहरू हुन्छन्।
I realize there have been so many thousand organizations bringing money to Nepal.
हजारौं संस्था छन् जसले पैसा नेपालमा ल्याइराखेका छन्
And developing this culture of beggars.
तर त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो माग्ने चलन चाहिँ झन्
There is
बढिरहेको छ।
so many Nepalese that were used. Oh, money is coming. We have to open their hands. And
अनि त्यही भएर धेरै नेपालीहरूले सङ्घ संस्था आउने बित्तिकै यस्तो सोच्छन् कि हामीले बरु हाम्रो हात फैलाउनुपर्छ, माग्नुपर्छ।
Or if I compare this now with maybe Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan,
मैले उज्बेकिस्तान अथवा काजाखस्तानसँग तुलना गर्ने
more Russian-oriented countries,
रसियासँग नजिक भएका देशहरूलाई हेर्ने भने
they love our trainings.
उनीहरूलाई हाम्रो तालिम एकदमै मनपर्छ।
And they love if we come and they ask us to solve their problems. They ask not just training, but to bring the money also, to do the work, to solve their problems.
अनि उनीहरूले पैसा के अरे तालिम मात्रै हैन, उनीहरूले रुपैयाँ पैसा सहित ल्याएर समस्या समाधान गरोस् भन्ने चाहन्छन्।
You are rich, this you can do it. Come and do it.
तपाईहरु एकदमै धनी मान्छे हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईले गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, आउनुस् र गर्नुस्।
And if you go to Vietnam,
तर भियतनाममा जाने हो भने
we have a very different culture.
त्यहाँ अलि फरक खालको संस्कृति छ।
The Vietnamese would never ask for money.
अनि भियतनामी मान्छेले कहिले पनि पैसा
They
माग्दैन।
would never ask for us to do their work.
अनि उनीहरुको काम हामीले नै गर्दिस् भनेर उनीहरुले चाहदैनन्।
They just ask, wow, we heard about Switzerland.
अनि उनीहरुले भन्छन् हामीले स्विट्जरल्यान्डको बारेमा
We
सुन्यौं।
heard about business system, about your business system.
तपाईको व्यवसायिक प्रणालीको बारेमा हामीले सिक्यौं।
Please teach us.
कृपया हामीलाई त्यो कुरा सिकाइदिनुस्।
We will do it.
हामी गर्छौं यो कुरा।
They do not want us to do it. They just
अनि
want
हामीले नै
to
गरोस्
be
भनेर
teach.
उनीहरुले चाहदैनन् तर सिक्न चाहन्छन्।
Give us the insight.
र हामीलाई त्यो ज्ञान दिनुस्।
And I was there. It is still a poor country.
अनि अरु गरिब देशहरु जस्तै त्यहाँ पनि म त्यसै
Very positive country. Everybody is positive.
तर एकदमै सकारात्मक खालको वातावरण, सकारात्मक खालको संस्कृति छ।
And then I was interested. Why?
अनि मैले
You have so
सोधेँ
many problems, and everybody is so positive. You don't ask for help.
अनि
For
म
education.
यो प्रश्न गर्छु किन तपाईहरुसँग एकदमै धेरै समस्याहरु छ तर तपाईले खाली रुपैयाँ पैसाको लागि मात्र माग्नुहुन्न।
And then I got the answer.
मैले त्यसपछि उत्तर पाउँछु।
Who are you? You know, we are a unique country in the world.
अनि उनीहरूले भन्छन् हामी चाहिँ संसारमा एकदमै अद्वितीय हाम्रो देश छ।
1,000 years we could sustain against the Chinese.
अनि उनीहरूले भने कि 1000 वर्षसम्म चाहिँ हैन चाइनासँगको त्यो
Many
संघर्षमा पनि हामी
times they
बाँच्छौं।
tried to take us out. They will never succeed. They never succeed.
अनि चाइनाले चाहिँ हामीसँग सबै थोक लिन चाहन्थे,
1,000
हामीलाई
years,
जित्न
they are
चाहन्थे, तर
still
उनीहरूले
independent.
सकेनन्। र 1000 वर्षपछि पनि
And
हामी
then-
आत्मनिर्भर छौं।
Another 100 years, the French invasion, you know? The French, they were there for 100 years. And after 100 years, they had to go. The French.
अनि फ्रेन्चहरु त्यहाँ आएका थिए अनि 100 वर्ष पछाडी उनीहरूले त्यहाँ छोडेर जानु पर्यो।
100 years, and they had to go.
अनि 100 वर्षमा चाहिँ
Vietnamese won. And then another 10 years, the Japanese.
अनि अर्को 10 वर्ष चाहिँ जापानिजहरु
A
आए।
very tough time for the Vietnamese.
अनि भियतनामको लागि एकदमै कठिन समय थियो।
Vietnamese, after 10 years, they won. The Japanese had to go.
अनि 10 वर्षमा चाहिँ उनीहरूले जापानिजहरुलाई जिते अनि त्यो जापानिजहरु पनि छोडेर
And
गए।
even better, the Americans.
अनि त्यसपछि फेरि अमेरिकन
Another 10 years.
अर्को 10 वर्ष।
America, the biggest, the most powerful nation in the world,
एकदमै सबैभन्दा शक्तिशाली देश
tried to win in Nepal, in Vietnam.
भियतनामलाई जित्न खोजे एकदमै शक्तिशाली राष्ट्रले।
After 10 years, they had to go.
अनि 10 वर्ष पछाडी उनीहरु पनि
Flee.
भाग्नु पर्यो त्यहाँबाट।
Vietnam. We are able to be independent and to defend ourselves.
अनि हामी चाहिँ आत्मनिर्भर भएर आफैले आफैलाई रक्षा गर्न सक्षम भएका छौं भनेर भन्छ।
So see, this is a self-confidence.
अनि यो चाहिँ आत्म विश्वासको कुरा हुन्छ।
This is the result of a historical area of culture development.
अनि कसरी यस्तो खालको संस्कृतिको विकास भयो भन्दाखेरि जुन इतिहास भयो उनीहरु गएको जुन खालको उनीहरुको इतिहास छ त्यसको प्रभाव हो।
And if you are mentor, we also have to know about this history,
त्यसकारण यदि
about
हामीले
culture,
एउटा राम्रो प्रशिक्षक हुन चाहन्छौँ, मेन्टर हुन चाहन्छौँ भने हामीले इतिहासको कुराहरु पनि हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ
and also how to influence culture.
र संस्कृतिलाई कसरी हामीले प्रभाव पार्न सक्छौँ भन्ने कुरा।
And you know, when we develop programs in Switzerland,
हामीले स्विट्जरल्यान्डमा कार्यक्रमहरुको विकास गर्नु पर्यो भने
especially academics in Switzerland, they tell us, oh, don't touch the culture of other countries.
अनि एकाडेमिक सिकाइमा चाहिँ भन्छ अरु देशहरुको उनीहरुको कल्चरलाई उनीहरुको संस्कृतिलाई छुनुहुँदैन
Don't
भन्छ।
bring the Swiss culture to these countries.
अनि स्विस कल्चर स्विसको संस्कृति चाहिँ यो देशहरुमा सिकाउनु हुँदैन लानु हुँदैन भन्छ।
And of course we don't do it. We do not bring the Swiss culture to these countries.
र अवश्य पनि हामीले स्विस कल्चरलाई चाहिँ अरु देशहरुमा लादैनौं।
But
तर
there is a but.
त्यहाँ अब तर भन्ने कुरा आयो।
We observe and analyze the different cultures.
तर विभिन्न देशमा भएको फरक संस्कृति के कस्तो रहेछ भनेर त्यो चाहिँ हामी अवलोकन गर्छौं अनुसन्धान गर्छौं।
And very often we realize the culture is one of the main causes of poverty.
अनि गरिबीको मुख्य कारण चाहिँ कतिपय अवस्थामा त्यो संस्कृति हुँदो रहेछ।
And they didn't change it in the last 1000 years.
अनि हजारौं वर्षसम्म पनि उनीहरूले यसलाई परिवर्तन गरेको हुँदैन।
And if you don't change now, there will be another 1000
अनि
years.
अहिले परिवर्तन गरेन भने यस्तै प्रकारले अब 1000 वर्ष बित्छ।
That means if the culture is the cause,
यसको मतलब यदि संस्कृति नै एउटा कारण हो भने
we never change the culture,
हामीले संस्कृतिलाई हामी परिवर्तन गर्दैनौं
but we raise the topic.
तर यो विषयवस्तुलाई हामी उठाइदिन्छौं।
And then people start to think about culture.
अनि उनीहरूले संस्कृतिको बारेमा सोच्न थाल्छन्।
And then they realize, in culture there are positive elements and we should keep a positive
अनि उनीहरूले
tradition.
सोच्न थाल्छन् ओ यो हाम्रो संस्कृतिमा भएका राम्रा पक्ष राम्रा कुराहरू हुन्छन् जुन हामीले राख्नुपर्छ।
And then there are burdens, negative elements of the culture.
त्यहाँ अब नकारात्मक तत्त्वहरू पनि छन्।
Why not change?
यो नकारात्मक कुरालाई किन परिवर्तन नगर्ने त?
Make it better.
यसलाई राम्रो बनाऊ।
Create a new culture,
अब नयाँ संस्कृतिको विकास गरौँ।
a better culture.
अब अझ राम्रो संस्कृतिको विकास गरौँ।
And now we are in the level 3.
र यो अवस्थामा चाहिँ हामी तेस्रो तहमा हुन्छौँ।
To think about culture and to develop culture.
संस्कृतिको बारेमा सुन्ने बुझ्ने र एउटा राम्रो संस्कृतिको विकास गर्ने।
And now you see, if you go back to the 5 arms of the leading learning organization,
एउटा सिक्ने संस्थाको 5 वटा तत्त्वहरूलाई तपाईले हेर्नुभयो भने
what do I do now?
अब म के गर्छु त?
In this moment I teach about managing systems,
अब प्रणालीले कसरी व्यवस्थापन गर्ने भन्ने
understanding different cultural systems, and to think about that, to develop this.
अनि यो संस्कृतिको विभिन्न कुरा कसरी भएको छ त्यसलाई कसरी परिवर्तन गर्न सकिन्छ।
And the same we could do with politics
अनि राजनीतिमा पनि त्यस्तै कुरा हुन्छ।
and with religion.
धर्मको कुराहरुमा
Religion has a huge impact on
अनि
wealth or poverty of a nation.
अनि एउटा देशको गरिबी हुनमा अथवा विकास हुनमा धर्मले पनि धेरै ठूलो प्रभाव पारेको हुन्छ।
That's why it's unwise not analyzing the topic of religion.
अनि धर्मको कुराहरुलाई चाहिँ विषयवस्तुलाई उठान नगरिकन चुप लागेर बस्नु चाहिँ बुद्धिमानी हुँदैन।
And I was so happy to read the book of David Lanz. Maybe you know him, a famous scientist.
एउटा प्रसिद्ध साइन्टिस्ट डेभिड ल्यान्सले लेखेको किताब त हजुरले पढ्नु भएको
He
होला।
wrote a wonderful book about the wealth and poverty of the nations.
अनि एउटा देशको धन र गरिबी भन्ने विषयमा उहाँले लेख्नु भएको छ।
And he analyzed 600 years of history,
अनि
business
उहाँले
history.
600 वर्षको इतिहासलाई उहाँले विश्लेषण गर्नु भएको छ।
And he find out there are several countries.
अनि उहाँले यो कुरा पत्ता लगाउनु भयो कि यति देशहरु कति यस्ता देशहरु
In
छन्
these 600 years, they grew and then they become rich and then they lost everything, become poor and they.
अनि यस्ता देशहरु छन् उनीहरु चाहिँ गरिबबाट धनी भए फेरि सबै कुरा
all
गुमाएर
the
फेरि
same time.
गरिब भए अनि फेरि उस्तै अवस्थामा
Even
रहे।
if they prosper, they lose everything a few decades later.
अनि केही समय अलिअलि विकास भयो तर केही दशक पछाडी चाहिँ उनीहरुले सबै कुरा गुमाए।
And there are other cultures.
अनि अर्को यस्तो संस्कृति पनि छन्
They grew and then they had wars and they had problems. They fell down.
अनि उनीहरु विकास हुँदै गए अनि कहिलेकाहीँ युद्धहरु भयो।
But they learned the lesson.
तल गए
And they grew again.
तर उनीहरुले पाठ सिके त्यसपछि फेरि वृद्धि हुँदै गए।
And after every loss, they started again and they learned
हरेक
lessons.
घाटामा
and they
हरेक चोटी
won.
तल पर्दाखेरि उनीहरुले पाठ सिकेर अन्ततगत उनीहरु माथि नै गए।
I don't tell you which countries these are,
म यी देशहरु कुन कुन हुन् भनेर म भन्दिन।
but it's worthwhile for you to think about which countries are these
अनि तपाईले सोच्न सक्नुहुन्छ यो देशहरु कुन कुन चाहिँ देशहरु यस्ता होला नि त।
and why.